Hi there, so today I'm going to be talking about something that we've been using since the start of our schooling days, and it extends even to our working life and our personal life as well. It is the use of paper. Every year, the world produces 300 million tons of paper. Since the European settlement, we have cleared half of the forest areas. And every single year, we still continue to deforest areas that's of the size of the Australian Capital Territory. In 2007 to 2008, Clean Up Australia reported that we've consumed 4,250,000 tons of paper. Of that, we sent 1.9 million tons straight to the landfill. So the process of producing paper has not changed over the last 2,000 years. It takes 24 trees to produce 1 ton of paper. However, only 25% of those trees go into the actual making of the final paper product. To produce 1 ton of its product, the paper industry uses more water compared to any other industry. 1 ton of paper requires 90,000 liters of water. So compared to a brand new paper, recycled paper assuages environmental impact, and it drastically reduces the amount of resources that are needed in order to produce recycled paper. It's funny because I think everybody knows that we're supposed to use recycled paper, but I don't really see people using recycled paper, especially recycled printing paper. When I go to shops or even just Target, I don't see recycled printing paper being sold. I don't even know where to get recycled printing paper. And I think that people don't even know the benefits of using it. They probably think that there are not as many benefits as to using recycled paper compared to normal printing paper. And they probably think that it costs more. However, studies have shown that recycled printing paper are priced competitively to normal printing paper and that they perform the same as well. Yet there are only 10% of recycled paper that accounts for the whole paper industry. Come to think of it, having grown up in Malaysia and being in Canada for so many years as well, I do not see schools using recycled paper, not even once. Like, all of the papers were brand new. I don't even see any of my friends using it. And I did a couple of internships as well, and I've worked for 1.5 years, and I did not see any of these offices using recycled paper. That is astonishing. The only times when I did see recycled paper being used is when I hit to like very organic and very hipster kind of cafes or food stores. But that's about it. It's surprising to me that the paper consumption is still incredibly high. Apparently, we're going to be increasing our consumption of paper as well. This is based on the fact that worldwide consumption of paper has increased 400% in the last 40 years, with 35% of trees being harvested for the manufacturing of paper. Given that we're in a day and age where everyone is using technology, I would have thought that the consumption and the reliance on paper, if anything, would have decreased, but that is not the case. In fact, we are using so much paper that the pulp and paper industry is the 5th largest consumer of energy, and it accounts for 4% of the total's energy use. There are many negative environmental impacts that we're not aware of as a result of the consumption of paper. One of that, which is an estimated of 18 million acres of forest, is being lost each year, and every minute there's a size of 20 football fields of forest that's being lost. Pulp and paper is the 3rd largest air pollutant in North America, and it emits over 100 million kg of toxic pollutants each year. Deforestation accounts for 12 to 17% of the world's total GHG emissions annually. If current rate of consumption continues, it would take 100 years to destroy all forests on Earth. Another severe environmental consequence is that it threatens animal species. So in Canada, we're one of the biggest paper producers in the world, along with the United States. And logging for paper production is stated as one of the primary reasons as to 1 in 8 animal species are now at the brink of being extinct. I don't think that people realize what the major environmental consequence is when you throw away the paper into the landfill instead of recycling it. So when the paper goes into the landfill and when it decomposes, it produces methane, which is 21 times the heat trapping power of carbon dioxide. And I think that in itself is a strong case for us to use recycled paper more and to recycle paper. I suppose many individuals, including myself at first, are wondering, why should we use recycled paper, or why should we recycle in general? But the thing is, it's very clear that there's a huge environmental impact. 90% of these trees that are being used for paper production are not sustainably harvested, and we definitely should do our part to reduce our reliance on this non-renewable energy source. And also, because money makes the world go round, the plus side is if you use less paper, you save more money. And that kind of makes me wonder, maybe the government should impose regulations on organizations, schools, and individuals to use recycled paper and only recycled paper. It may seem a bit too extreme for some people, but hey, it's great for the environment. It doesn't cost more, and it's going to be less of an issue for us to solve in the future. I think in the States, they're actually doing it. In California, they're imposing schools to use only recycled paper. And I thought that that's a great idea, considering how much paper we use just for school. Anyway, that's it for this vlog. I hope that you enjoyed it. See you in the next vlog.